Coming up next on this week's edition of Sbu TV, we take a look into St. Bonaventure's dwindling enrollment and how students can get a job when they graduate. Hello and welcome to this edition of Sbu TV. I'm Christy Andrzejewski.
And I'm Charlie Specht.
How has St. Bonaventure fared in these hard economic times? Justin Klumpp took a closer look at the financial status of the university.
St. Bonaventure University, a small, private, but more importantly, tuition-based school, has been hit by the punch of our economy.
We had planned to have a higher head count. We had planned on a freshman class initially of 585 freshmen.
The class of 2013's enrollment numbers dropped almost 100 students less than that of the previous freshman class.
We enrolled for freshmen 563 freshmen in the fall of 2008. This year we only enrolled 466 new freshmen, so that's 97 freshmen off, and it's about a 17% drop.
The small class has DiRiso focused on sending Bonaventure's message to as many potential students as possible.
We're paying much more attention to students at the earliest stages of their inquiry to Bonaventure, making sure that we reach out and let them know all of their opportunities to visit campus, to learn more about us. We've refined what we're able to talk to students about in regard to their academic program.
Accounting or forensic accounting? DiRiso also thinks that some changes in major titles could help appeal to incoming freshman classes in the future.
Because of the down year, it's the little things that will hopefully keep Bonaventure's classrooms from becoming more empty. For Sbu TV, I'm Justin Klumpp.
Although it's still early, next year's expected class is projected to reach around 550 students. St. Bonaventure students are leaving the bubble to participate in a new program aimed at engaging the community.
St. Bonaventure students are no strangers to volunteering, so when a new program titled Center for Community Engagement cropped up, students were at the ready.
Well, I originally talked to Mike Williams last year when he was doing the Journey project, and I was really interested in it. And I wanted to do an internship, just like try and do some community service. It's something I'm kind of passionate about. And I think it's important that we have like a Franciscan internship program and internship opportunities for people to see it in action. You're giving back to your community and to the Bonaventure community in a special way, and you can't really put a price on it. The experience working in such a situation, I won't get that anywhere else, and I think that's really important. Right now I have a meeting with Melissa Blackstone at she's like the new director of health services, and she needs help like organizing a health fair. Bonaventure is such a small school, and it's so like incorporated with the surrounding towns. Like we're such a big part of like this whole community. It's like the school, it's the town, it's everything. And like it's important for students to not only be good students here, but also be good community members.
Both Stevens and Klingler said programs like the CCE are important at a place like St. Bonaventure University because it really proves and applies our Franciscan heritage. But what exactly is the CCE?
The Center for Community Engagement is a way to combine things like the Warming House and Bona Buddies and many of the service projects that we do, including what we used to call the Journey Project, into one umbrella organization.
Sorokes said the CCE, which is located in the Thomas Merton Ministry Center, is emphasizing the importance of student engagement and service programs like these internships will offer.
Why should we be in the community? Well, I think it's an obligation that we have as part of a Franciscan university and as part of sort of breaking the bubble, if you will, of Bonaventure, which we all love it here, but it's also important to stay engaged with what's going on out in the world.
I think sometimes Bonaventure students have a bad rap of just causing trouble in the community, but when you see students out doing this sort of thing, it says more than any like article or anything would ever say.
For Sbu TV, I'm Alexandra Fioravanti.
The CCE picked up where the Journey project left off after its initial Lilly Endowment grant expired in 2008.
The recent primary elections on September 15th leave current Olean Mayor David Carucci up against Cattaraugus County Legislator Linda Witt.
I am the best person to do that. There's no question.
After beating out Cattaraugus County Legislator William Aiello by about 100 votes in the Republican primary, Mayor Carucci thinks the transition to a new term will be smoothest with him.
There's no lag time with putting someone new in the office. It took us months to learn what was happening and what was going on in the city.
Although he feels he has accomplished a great deal during his current term as mayor, such as getting the city out of debt and paving roads, there is still more to be done.
I feel I've done a good job, and I'm hoping that the taxpayers feel the way that I feel.
The election for mayor of Olean will be held November 3rd. Coming up, we'll be bringing you an up-close look at a DUI simulator and show you how much intramurals mean to Bonna students.
So you think you'll be able to start in 2 weeks?
Absolutely.
Very impressive, Mr. Gonzalez. We'll be in touch.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you both. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thought he was pretty good.
I think we've got enough color around here. 2 points. And who's next?
You drop this.
Imagine the power of one voice. Find yours at freedomcenter.org.
Son, what you do in school today?
Well, first I went to spelling, and then that was over. And then study hall, and then that was over. And then it was lunchtime, so I went to lunch. And then I ate it, and then lunchtime was
The less
over.
art
Then
kids
we had
get,
recess, and then that
the
was
more it
over,
shows.
And then school was over, and now I'm here.
Are yours getting enough?
Sounds like yesterday.
Art. Ask for more.
A car with a brain on the St. Bonaventure campus showed students exactly how harmful it can be to have a few drinks, then get behind the wheel. St. Bonaventure students had the chance to get up close and personal with the reality of drunk driving. LEG Enterprises brought Stop Loss, a DUI simulated vehicle, for students to try. The participants donned glasses that showed a virtual driving course, complete with pedestrians, a construction site, and other traffic. Students drove the virtual course as if they had a blood alcohol content of .081, just above the legal driving limit. St. Bonaventure officials say they hope the simulator will teach students to make smarter decisions.
I hope the students get out of it sort of a realization of what really happens when they're drinking, and how much that their physical abilities to operate a vehicle are impaired, so that they can actually see when they're sober what happens when they're drunk, some of the real life examples of why they shouldn't be driving while they're intoxicated.
Getting a job is tough these days, but at St. Bonaventure, the university's Career Center is helping students get one-on-one interviews with companies that might hire them. Maggie Bontemps reports.
The St. Bonaventure Career Center, located on the second floor of the Riley Center, is making an effort to help students secure jobs and internships.
The center also facilitates a variety of job fairs throughout the academic year. We every year have on our own campus Career Fest, which is St. Bonaventure University exclusive, where we bring employers to campus to meet and dialogue with our students. We also partner with all of the colleges and universities in Western New York, and that partnership results in a shared job fair. This year the job fair will be in November, Job Quest, and it will be held in Buffalo.
The Career Center is holding several on-campus recruiting sessions where companies come to St. Bonaventure and interview students who are qualified for the positions they are seeking. Even if students don't get the position, they take away valuable interviewing experience. The Career Center is also hosting various job fairs where students have the opportunity to pass out resumes and socialize with potential employers.
I have attended a couple of the Career Center things. I went and mingled with some of the accountants, and I gave my resume to a bunch of the people that attended the Career Center events. I find it very helpful. I think that getting my name out there and getting my resume in their hands is a lot better than just doing it after graduation.
For more information regarding upcoming events, go to the Career Center in room 216.
eligible by the A10 conference.
According to a survey from the National Association of Colleges and Employers, just 19.7% of 2009 graduates who applied for a job actually have one.
The night of Tuesday the 22nd, 11 cars were broken into on the St. Bonaventure University campus. Some of the cars that were broken into had things stolen, while others were trashed and vandalized.
Everything that used to be in my glove compartment and in the middle console was all over the back of my seat, all over the front of my seat, and I immediately checked to see if my insurance and my registration were both still there, and they were. And then I found my GPS, and whoever did it didn't take my GPS, so I was fortunate with that. And thankfully, I didn't have any damage to my car, but I know a lot of people who did, and they went to go get estimates, and the estimates that they got were in the thousands of dollars.
State police have been on campus to investigate, and St. Bonaventure Security Services has doubled its patrol. The Olean Allegheny community has more than just Division I athletics to pay attention to this fall. The athletic careers of the Bonaventure men's basketball team went from high school hardwood to the Riley Center Arena. But for some students, there's a lesser-known option. Intramural sports.
Got to get out of your room. You've got to get involved. Intramural is a great way to meet people, great way to burn off some stress.
I play intramurals because in high school I played 3 sports, and here I don't play any except intramurals, and it gives me something to do.
It's just fun. It keeps you active during the school year. Something to do. Basically, it keeps you in shape. A little bit friendly competition.
Students like Weber play intramurals not because they're an easy way to pass the time, but because they allow them the chance to flex their competitive muscles in a fun way. This fall's flag football league has already proven to be competitive.
They want to make their imprint here on the school and on the flag football history. So yeah, I would definitely say this is just a little more than just your average pickup game.
Little fights almost start, and then people calm down a little bit.
Beneath that competitive edge lies the camaraderie that connects these students to each other and to the thousands of alumni who have been tackled on this turf. Hits like that one can be found every Monday and Wednesday at 4 and 5 p.m.
Here's a quick look at the past week in sports from CNN.
With Headline Sports, I'm Ray Weigel. Will Venable drove in 4 runs to help the Padres beat the NL wildcard leading Rockies 6-3. Venable hit his 12th home run of the season, had a bases loaded double to drive in 3 more. Padres snapped the Rockies' 3-game winning streak. Meanwhile, the San Francisco Giants picked up a game in the NL wildcard race after beating the Diamondbacks 5-2. Juan Uribe homered and drove in 3 runs to lead the way. San Francisco is now just 4 games back in the wildcard race with 10 games remaining. And the Braves also gained some ground in the wildcard race in the National League with a 5-2 win over the Mets. Adam LaRoche and Kelly Johnson each drove in a couple of runs for Atlanta as they sweep the 3-game series and are 4 games behind the Rockies with 10 games left. And more news out of Atlanta as skipper Bobby Cox has decided to call it a career. The 4-time manager of the year will step down after the 2010 season. Cox has spent the past 20 seasons in Atlanta where he guided the Braves to 14 consecutive playoff appearances, including a World Series title in 1995. Once retired, Cox will spend the next 5 seasons as a Braves consultant in baseball operations. And the Marlins kept their playoff hopes alive with a 7-6 win over the NL East leading Phillies. Florida scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th off of closer Brad Lidge, who blew another save. Brett Carroll's pinch hit single drove in the game winner. Marlins are 4.5 games back at the NL wildcard race. And the richest man in Russia has a deal to buy a controlling interest in the NBA's New Jersey Nets, that being Mikhail Prokhorov. The deal seems to suggest the Nets will be heading to Brooklyn. And the NFL has fined Cowboys offensive tackle Flozell Adams $12,500 for kicking 2 Giants defenders in Sunday's loss to New York. Adams was flagged for kicking Justin Tuck in the second quarter, and he did it again to Osi Umenyiora in the fourth quarter, but was not flagged. Adams has been fined in both Cowboys games this season. And that's Headline Sports. I'm Ray Weigel.
That's all for this week's edition of Sbu TV. Until next week, I'm Charlie Specht.
And I'm Christy Andrzejewski. For all of us here in the Coop Lab, thanks for watching.